The moment we've all been praying for. Kendrick Green to start against the Steelers. Big Deke news. We all know the Kendrick Green backstory. He was drafted by the Steelers in the 3rd round of the 2021 draft. From there, he started at center in his rookie year. To say the least, it wasn't pretty. KG's 2nd year, he didn't even dress for any of the games. And coming into his 3rd year, we saw the Steelers experiment with putting Green at fullback, but he never actually got a snap there in preseason, and his work at his main position on the offensive line left much more to be desired. So we ended up trading him to the Texans for a 6th-round pick, which felt like highway robbery. Anyway, that leads us to now, because who do the Pittsburgh Steelers go up against tomorrow? The Houston Texans, who will be starting on the Houston Texans offensive line. Kendrick Green. Who do Steeler fans think is not good at their job of playing professional football because we got to witness their work over these last 2 years? That's right, Kendrick Green. So here's what KG has to say about his matchup against his former team.
When someone trades you and now you're playing for the new team against your old team, is there anything to it?
I mean, I don't even look at it like that, really. Because I'm glad it happened, I'm glad I'm not there anymore. Glad to be here on top of that. So, yeah, I'm just, looking at it like, it's just another game. I'll go out there and play my best. And, it's just good to see some familiar faces on the other side. So.
Yeah. So I don't blame KG here, to be honest, because it's not his fault. We probably drafted him higher than what we should have. It's not his fault that the fan base had high expectations for him. It's not his fault that the Steelers started him his rookie year at a position he probably had no business playing, and that he was continued being trotted out there. That's a Steelers decision. Once you see that he's outmatched, outclassed, undersized, there's only so much that man could do. Yes, he could play better, try to get better, but if he's not capable, whose fault is it to keep him around and keep putting him out there in that type of position? Now, what could be his fault is picking the number 53, and that might even be arguable. Obviously, he chose the number, but the Steelers organization could have told him, all right, bro, we're going to wait a year. Pouncey just retired. You coming in as a rookie, you at least got to prove yourself a little bit before taking the 5-3. And it's not like Green was treated with respect here. He was a laughingstock and the butt of many, many jokes. Unlike AB, who was worshipped and considered a hero, and that's what left fans wondering why he turned on us. It's like, bro, we had nothing but positive things to say about you. We loved you here. What the hell, bro? Whereas, Kendrick Green, I get why he feels the way that he does. So I guess we could just say the trade was mutually beneficial for most sides. In fact, we are very thankful that you are going to be suiting up for the Texans and going up against us this Sunday. So no hard feelings at all. But now before we get into a brief breakdown of this Week 4 game, let me go over the injuries for both teams. For the Steelers, we got 2 players out, 2 surprise players that are listed as out. James Daniel, he's out with a groin, and Presley Harvin is out with a hamstring. So unfortunately, we won't get to see Harvin follow up after his really great performance against the Raiders. Instead, we're turning to former Steeler punter Brad Wing, who hasn't punted in the NFL in, I think it's 6 years. And then on the Texans side of things, they have 4 key players listed as out. 2 starting offensive linemen, one of them being a Pro Bowler, and Laramie Tunsil, who just got that massive contract. Josh Jones, who is listed as a tackle here, but also is a starting guard, which is opening up the door for Kendrick Green to be playing. Denzel Perryman, the Texans' best linebacker, is out with a hand wrist. And then their starting slot corner, Tavier Thomas, is out with a hand. So to put it simply, the Steelers should win this game. In fact, the Steelers should dominate this game. There's no reason we shouldn't win by double digits. And I, in fact, just checked the spread of this game. We're only favored by 3. So I'll be dropping some Big Deke investments on that for sure tomorrow. I think we clear 10 points, no doubt about it. I'm going to keep this very, very straightforward. We are better than the Texans in every facet of the game of football. Offense, defense, special teams. Let me break it down for you. Offense, quarterback, Kenny Pickett over C.J. Stroud. Steelers receivers, better than the Texans receivers. We have George Pickens. They do not. Offensive line. Our offensive line has underperformed this year, but it's still light years better than the Texans because the Texans' O-line is really bad, and they have all these injuries too, and they'll be starting Kendrick Green. Pat Freiermuth, better than any Texans tight end that they have. Our running backs, better than their running backs. Dameon Pierce did have a good year last year, but he's struggling worse than Najee Harris and what our running back crew is this year thus far. Defense, our defensive line clears theirs. Our linebackers clear theirs. Edge rushers, we have TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. I know they got Will Anderson, but he's not on that level right now. Maybe he will get to that level at some point, 3-4 years. Probably never reaches TJ Watt level because he's the best defensive player in the league. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But, yeah, we think Will Anderson will be like a multi-time Pro Bowler, top 10 edge rusher type. So, yeah, he's solid, but he's not there right yet. Cornerbacks, Derek Stingley's on the IR for the Texans. That leaves them with Steven Nelson and Shaq Griffin. I'll take Pat P, Levi Wallace, and JPJ over that. Safeties, all right, they got some guys, Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie, but they don't have Minkah Fitzpatrick. Special teams, maybe I'll give him the punter because Brad Wing hasn't punted in the NFL in how long, but we got Chris Boswell, we got Calvin Austin, we got Desmond King returning kicks. I don't think they have an advantage anywhere. I mean, if you want to talk coaching too, D'Amico Ryans is a first-year head coach. He's going up against a Hall of Fame coach and Mike Tomlin. We should win this game if we just take care of business because the one thing the Texans do a halfway decent job of is not beating themselves up. That's how the Jaguars lost against the Texans last week. It had nothing to do with Houston. It was all about the Jaguars imploding, Trevor Lawrence turning the ball over, Calvin Ridley dropping the ball, the Jaguars fumbling. And if you give an NFL team, no matter what caliber they are, that many good opportunities for field position, they'll take advantage of a few, and that's what the Texans did. They also got the lucky kick return by the fullback or whatnot. So if we just take care of our business, Kenny Pickett has a clean game, we don't fumble, maybe we get a pick or two on defense, we just do the basic football rudiments, we win this game by at least double digits, and that's what I expect to happen. But let me know your thoughts about this Steelers-Texans game tomorrow. If you have any bold predictions, drop those in the comments as well. But I will see you over at Bleach Report after the game. I'm going to be doing a live post-game report, and yeah, hope to see you there. We'll chop it up, and hopefully we're 3-1, and things continue to look up for the Steelers team. Stay chillin' and peace.